WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I'm in Scotland. Today I have Glenfarclas 25. That is a little bit rare, but what makes this bottle really rare is it's a store pick from soul-of-whiskey.de here in Germany. Norbert Onik. He actually has 100 bottles, and I have the bottle number 86. And he's been doing this now. He has the 12, the 15, the 17, the 21, and the 25. So here's the 21, by the way. You can always recognize it by the back of the bottle because it says here, Soul of Whiskey on it. And so that can get fairly expensive. So let me just give a little bit of demonstration of what I mean by that. So if you buy 100 bottles, or let's say you sell 100 bottles at retail price, and you have that money just invested beforehand, you're going to be looking at something like this. So we have here Glenfarclas, 12-year-old at 40 euros. 40 times 100 is okay. So 4,000 euros. So then you have the 15-year-old, which is, of course, then 100 times 50 is 5,000 euros. No problem. Then you move up a little bit and you move to the 17-year-old, and then you have then 59 euros. So it's 100 times 66,000 euros. All right, no problem. And then you have 21-year-old, and then you have, it's 89 euros. So it's 8,900 euros. And then you have this big boy here, 139 euros times 100 means 13,900 euros for those 100 bottles. All right, that's a little bit of money to invest in whiskey just to have this nice little series to continue. I do not think he's going to do the 30 or the 40-year-old, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So, I should have poured this to give a little bit of time in the glass. This is actually an excellent, excellent whiskey. Now, as I said, Norbert picked these out. He works with the Hanseatische Weingesellschaft in Bremen. So Hanseatic and the Wine Association in Bremen. They are the importer for Glenfarclas here. And so what I'd like to do is I would like to pull out a second one. And this is basically the standard 21-year-old. So the standard 21-year-old, I would have to look at the back of the bottle to make sure, is also 43%, 21 years old. Just to try. Now I have the Norbert Soul of Whiskey 21-year-old. It's a little bit heavy on the wood, to be very honest. I was not a great fan of that. This was my control whiskey at the very beginning. Yeah. Oh, I realized that I could actually move this over a little bit. Hey, great. First of all, let's take a look at the colors. The 25-year-old, of course, is a little bit darker, which makes sense. So I can put this up behind here, and you can actually see this a little bit for yourself. You can see the color difference. Now on the nose. On the nose. Better. Oh, sweeter, more brown sugar. Now, the 21-year-old from Norbert is, as I mentioned, a lot more wood. It's a little bit tannic. I did not like it. The best one that he had, actually, also is the best value money. I think it's all gone. It's the 17-year-old. This was like perfect. And often you also have whiskey where it just gets better. It has a pinnacle, and then it just kips. It's like, too much wood. And between somewhere around the 17-year-old is also very, very good point for that, and also for the value for money. As I mentioned here, this is 60 euros. So I'm going to get two of these for one of these, just from the price tag. Amazing. And they're similar. This is better, but it's close enough where I was like, I'd rather have two of those than one of these. All right, I'm going to try to describe this now. I'm getting sherry, brown sugar, malt, oak, but I'm also getting canned peaches. A little bit of like a jelly, like a raspberry jelly. Wow. All right. Cilantro to your health. Hmm. Mm. 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 If the nose would match the palate, this would actually be an A minus whiskey. This is very, very good stuff. This is a B plus plus, almost A1 minus, A minus whiskey. The tannins are not that dominant, but the wood is perfect. It's a sweet type of fruity moment. And it's got a terribly long, sorry, incredibly long finish. I remember the first time I ever tried Wolfgang, once again, thank you very much, for the 40-year-old from Glenfarclas. And I swear the next morning, even after brushing my teeth in the evening, I could still taste that wood a little bit. It was one of the eureka moments of my life with whiskey. I once again went back to the 40-year-old about a year and a half, maybe 2 years later, and it was good, but it wasn't that wow. And this is a wow moment. There's 100 bottles limited to Germany. He doesn't sell, as far as I know, outside of the country. You can contact him, as I said, www.soul-of-whiskey.de. Say hi from Jason to Norbert, and maybe he might make something possible. Who knows? All right, going over to the 21-year-old, which I like. The 21-year-old, do I even have it still on my list here? Excuse me. Nope. Yeah, as this is not a store pick, it's running around 80 euros over here in Germany, which is a fabulous, fabulous price compared to America and UK and Australia and so on. I know. Oh, by the way, there was something I wanted to mention here. The new malt book comes out, and every single time I do a new distillery in the year, I like to read a little bit here about what's written. And the interesting thing about Glenfarclas was, of course, they mentioned the pagoda expressions. Those are 62, 63, and also I think it was a 64-year-old expression. There were 43, 48, 59, 62, and 63. Some of these actually had real jewels on them. They're like 5-digit bottles. They're beautifully carved from hand crystal, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But the thing that I really, really thought was interesting at the very, very bottom, second to last paragraph says, a number of new dunnage warehouses have recently been built, and the owner can now store casks on site in 38 warehouses. So I thought of the word 38 warehouses. I went, oh, look, a rick house in America has about 40,000 barrels. 40,000 times 30, some is, oh, it's like 1.2 million barrels. Good job. And it was like, okay, good. 105,000. So a dunnage warehouse is nothing like a rick house. Now, I've been in both, and I must admit that a dunnage warehouse is as high as man can basically reach. So maybe 3 meters on top of a chair or whatever. That's it. Now, rick houses go up 30 meters, and that's the big difference. And I didn't think about that in the moment when I read this. Thank you very much for this wonderful, wonderful piece of information every year, again and again. I love the Malt Whiskey Yearbook. Good job. Good. The 21-year-old, I gave some time to expand, to breathe in the glass. Mm-hmm. Mm. Once again, I'm getting a little bit more of the tannin that I don't have in the 25-year-old. That was a particularly great cask. That's the question is, what was it? Now, Glenfarclas, they actually have sometimes in the family casks. I actually have one of these at the moment here that they write down. They write down to really the word fourth fill. So if I can pull up this one, there'll be a video about it sometime soon. So this is the one, I think. Yes, exactly. And it says it was a fourth fill butt. Look at that. They're proud of the fourth fill. I know George Grant a little bit. He's been to my hometown in Germany a few times. We talked a few times and so on. And he doesn't know me. I know him. Let's just say that. And every single time you mention first fill, sherry cask, no thank you. Second fill, yeah. Third fill, wonderful. And every once in a while there'll be a fourth fill and just let it sit for 20 some years and it just turns, it's just magical. And so most people actually do not refill after the second time they use something. But hey, why not? And this must have been a magical, magical cask for the 25-year-old. Let's try it one last time. The nose is getting there. It's almost an A minus. Still a B plus though. Hmm. Hmm. So there's a little bit more of the tannin there the second time, especially after going back here from the 21-year-old. That will maybe mask the first time. There's a good sweetness to it. There's just a good vibe about that whiskey overall. Very, very well done. Nice. There are not many store picks here in Germany where there's only 100 bottles. What we do is we have a lot of barrel picks where you actually have one barrel and you fill it up. And you sell it at your store, your online store, your brick and mortar store, and so on. This was a very, very unusual concept of 100 bottles of the 12, the 15, the 17, the 21, and the 25. I like a lot. Thank you very much, Norbert. All right, so telling you once again, rare and exotic whiskeys, people. Thank you very much for watching. Question of the day: what is your favorite Glenfarclas? Some of you might say the 105. I like value for money, absolutely. At the moment, I'm going to say that this 17-year-old is probably one of the best I've had for the value for money at 60 some euros. Not even 59 euros, 90. Beautiful, beautiful. Unfortunately, all 100 bottles have been sold. This is also very, very good. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell others. Maybe even share this video on social media. That'd be great. All the best. See you soon. Whiskey Jason. Bye.